My name is Simon Marcic. I'm a rally raid racer and also enduro rider racing Dakar Rally. Dakar 2024 didn't start it like really according to my plans. Had the technical problems already from stage 1. On kilometer 40, I broke the link between the suspension and the swing arm. It was basically almost impossible to finish. I mean, I believe it was, otherwise I would probably finish. I stopped when I checked what's going on, and I had to make a quick decision. Call a chopper right away or try to fight. So I decided, like always, to try to finish the stage, not to be out of the race already on stage 1. And I managed to do 360 kilometers. I was too short for last 50 kilometers. Basically, the rear suspension was bending all the time, more and more. It came to one certain point when it broke on two pieces. From that point, the rear wheel was constantly grinding, sliding the rear tank. I had to basically stand the whole day on the bike, trying to be as much possible up front. So I destroyed also my arms. All the time I was really convinced that I could finish the stage. I made a lot of costs because I destroyed the tank, which is really expensive. Also the rear suspension. Also I had to buy a new link. But I would probably still push, try to get to the finish line, even though it seemed like impossible. I lost also the lights. The cable were cut, so yeah, unfortunately I had to withdraw. You get so much penalties in hours that you're basically out, but you can still go and win the stages. When I was in a chopper after stage 1 already, I said to myself, okay, it is what it is, I'm out of the race, let's try to focus to get the stage wins. Then stage 4, I was even third on my class, so it was really nice. But then again, on stage 6, I basically broke my gearbox, which was really heartbreaking again, because we put the new gearbox, the bike was well rebuilt, really ready. I really had a good pace, so it was even more disappointing, to finish in a chopper again. Luckily, the next day was a rest day. I had the whole day to possibly change the engine, which I did. I found a guy from Spain who actually, I rented an engine for last 6 stages. But yeah, then unfortunately already after stage 7 the engine was gone. We will never know certainly what was the issue. I just started losing oil. I managed to finish this stage 7 even though I was looking for oil and water all across the desert, asking camel shepherds to some oil. So I managed to finish the stage, but it was impossible to fix the problem during the night, and I had to withdraw finally. On the first Dakars, when I was crashing a lot and I was injured, it was basically every day those kind of thoughts. What the hell am I doing? I finished my first Dakar with a dislocated clavicle and a broken thumb, which I didn't know. They said it's, according to ultrasound, that it's not broken, which was really weird to me, because I had this bone that I still had outside, so I checked here, there was nothing, here it is something, so it must be something broken. I finished, but it was every day asking why, and then also first years it was like that. At the beginning there was a lot of fear in me. I crashed badly on the first Dakar, then it was chasing me for years, honestly. I never rode enough of high speed, so that was always my disadvantage, especially first days. I need to really get used to the speed. I think that on the first place, nobody took me seriously, because I was saying and announcing this for years. First time I said when I was 12 or 13 years old, when I saw it on the television, that I want to race the deserts. People, especially my family, they didn't took it probably too serious. When I applied, they were like, yeah, okay. But then when it started getting some publicity in the local newspapers, TV stations, radios, then it becomes more serious, and yeah, they kind of realize it's happening. One of the most difficult parts are to already get a budget. I mean, if you're not like from a rich family or some successful entrepreneur, it's quite tough to get a budget. But this is one part that is basically manageable. I didn't invest in anything else. All the money went into it. I was riding with a car that was 25, 30 years old still after my 2 Dakars, because it was a huge investment. In the end, everybody can do it. I mean, maybe not everybody, but it's much more possible and easier in the end to do that than to get ready. This is another part. You need to sacrifice somehow your life and to dedicate it to it if you want to get there. Even in relations and everything, you know, you really have to push. You have no time. Before it was like funny, we went riding for the weekends with friends, having fun. It becomes a job. It's not that much joy anymore, and you need to start appreciating it. It's not like for granted that you'll just go on a bike and ride. So yeah, also for example, I still don't have a family because there was obviously no time. I always dreamed about race with motorbikes. Even when I was very young, I was from a very average family. My parents were both academics. So of course the school and the study was the priority. When I was still in high school, I managed to convince my dad to buy me an old motocross bike. Mostly the purpose was so I also learned how to fix and work with the engines. Then after 2 months, when the new semester, new year of the school starts, he took the bike away and sold it. So it was enough to make a spark and to start dreaming. From then on, I started first racing with mountain bikes. It was more accessible at that time. Then I broke my leg like badly. They almost cut away my right leg under the knee, and I get basically enough money for the first enduro racing bike. It was KTM XC 530. It was back in 2008, and yeah, this is how I started actually racing. Dakar was basically always the dream, but in the time I kind of stopped dreaming, you know, because it was so distant and so remote, too expensive. I wanted to go on the Dakar already 2013. 13 is my numbers. My bikes got stolen, so I had to basically start all over again from scratch. Luckily, I found the bikes after 4 months, but it was too late to apply for the Dakar that year. So yeah, I had to go 2014. When I finished the Dakar for the first time, it seemed so remote and so distant. I withdrew my first Dakar stage 3, then the second Dakar, it was stage 3 or stage 4 when I crashed. And basically all this Dakar 2016, I was fighting with the thought, am I going to make it or not? For me, it's a pure Dakar, the pure Dakar spirit. It's not just let's go and rock the desert and then try to take some rest for the next day. It's far from that. You need to think also that in the afternoon you will need some energy to fix your bike. If you will destroy the bike being too fast, push too hard, you will destroy the bike during the day, and then you will fix long hours into the night, sleep less. Everything that you possibly get on a certain stage, you will lose on the next one because you didn't sleep enough, you couldn't recover enough. So it's much more tactics. You don't need to risk your life basically every day, and you need to be smart. So yeah, this is why I love it. Let's go on Dakar, I don't know, 2020 maybe, when I lost the nut for the rear wheel. I thought the rally is over, more or less. But of course I didn't want to quit, so I was like already waiting. First I had to get the axe back into the wheel. I tried to continue, but the axe was, of course, without the nut, it was keep moving out, so I had to stop every, let's say, 2 kilometers to put the axe back. And I noticed, like this, I'm never going to finish the stage. So I was like, okay, what to do? I was looking around, and I saw camels going somewhere, like a pack of camels. So I didn't know where the hell are they going, you know? So I noticed, okay, there is like a bath, so from where they're drinking the water. And I said, okay, maybe there is some useful things that I can try to fix it. And yeah, it was a wire there, and so I took this wire and put the wire around the entrance of rear X, so it couldn't move out. And yeah, in the end I managed to finish like that, which I still don't know how it was possible, but yeah, somehow luck is always on the side of the one who has a desire, right? So. After one really tough stage, I haven't slept at all. The next day, I arrived to the start of the special, and they said that the special stage has a delay. The start has a delay of 1 hour, so I just lay under one bush to take some rest and to take some sleep. I fall asleep because I didn't sleep over the night. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 hours. Guys from medical center, they woke me up and they said, "Hey, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, of course, why not?" And they said, "Yeah, because you have a start in 3 minutes." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm coming." And then one of the real Dakar legends, Cyril Dupre, approached to me and said, "Hey, you need something." You know, of course, the medical team, they were all French, so they told him, "Look at that guy, he's riding already for 7 days now on appeals, dislocated clavicle and broken thumb," you know. And he said, "Oh shit, man, I was in the same situation like years ago in South Africa. I mean, in Africa." He offered if I have enough water or something to eat. I said, no, thank you, I have everything. Then I noticed it's him. So I said, "Oh, Cyril, that's you?" He said, "Yeah, it's me." Then I already put my helmet on and the goggles, and then I noticed goggles are completely dirty from the day before. I started cleaning it, and he took the goggles away, and he started cleaning it with his shirt. He took his shirt out of the pants and started cleaning the goggles. He put it on, they were still dirty, and cleaned it again. He said, "Wow, what the fuck is this, bro? I mean, don't you have any others? I cannot even see through the lens." And I said, "No, I mean, I have, but not here, you know, I have it in the bivouac." So he said, "Okay, you cannot ride like this. Okay, just come with me." And he gave me his own goggles, basically, that he has in the car, because all the car drivers, they have it. If they broke the front mirror, front glass, the windshield, then I have a goggles, you know, if it's necessary to ride with. I was like, "Okay, thank you." I was, of course, very honored. I put them on. The Cyril gave my old goggles to all the riders, like Sebastian Loeb, Peter Hansel, to everybody, and he said, like, "Yeah, look, look at the goggles that the guy is riding. You cannot even see through." And they were already, wow. I mean, they couldn't believe. So yeah, we had some nice conversation. It boosted me a little bit, of course, when all these big names are supporting you, you know. So yeah, funny story.
From the boxes behind, which is your favorite?
I would say 46. We all know from who this number is. So I was really honored when I get 46. It was 2021. So Dakar Legend, you get the title from the organization when you reach 10 starts. To me, it's a huge honor. Personally, when I started, I thought, okay, I would love to do 2-3 times. Then probably budget will be gone. But yeah, then luckily I started seeing the potential. New sponsors came, so for me it was just one direction, honestly, just to continue, and I hope I can go further. My first goal for now, for the, let's say, next two Dakars, is definitely to win or to get the podium in Malemoto. This is the achievement. But then further, what I would really like to do is to race in a car or at least in a buggy one day. But it's still a long journey. Definitely, again, a lot to sacrifice. So I'll see how everything will go. But definitely, it's a goal and a wish. Of course, it could always be better. It's always like this. You need to seek for. But yeah, I am. Honestly, I didn't expect that I could make a professional career and that this could be my job. It was always a dream, but eventually, with the time, older I was, it became almost like already a disappointment until I didn't reach and the things start like really working out good. Yeah, so of course I'm also, beside racing, I'm starting with a company with enduro and rally tours and trainings. So if anybody is interested to go on a ride with Dakar Legend, let me invite you. Mostly we are going to focus this year on the Balkans area. It's a great terrain for rallies, for adventure bike, for exploring. So yeah, DM me or contact me. We're building the new web page at the moment, so it should be on soon. And yeah, all you're welcome. You can find me on my Instagram, Simon Marcic 13, or like I said, on the web page, Offroad Moto Tours by Simon Marcic, or Dakar Legend Moto Tours. You cannot hate him. Look, what's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you? You cannot be now here. Or you think he should be like this?
Hey, come on, stay.
Shut up. Sit. Sit.
Who you are, what you do. Oh.
I broke the linkage in a suspension. So. Shall we go again, this part, or? Dusty. Dusty, stop it, okay? Pausch. Pausch. Yeah, you. Chewbacca. Chewbacca. Dusty, legend. That's it. I'm sorry, dog, but it's enough.